Recently, I've talked quite a bit about how misbehavior of parents and teachers at school perpetuates that of the children themselves and makes it difficult for teachers when parents aren't on board with discipline, and when parents have no accountability themselves. Well, how can we hold children accountable? And there is another story that highlights this issue. This is coming from people.com. It says kindergarten graduation turns into mass brawl after parents exchange punches in Arkansas. This is from May 30th, 2025. So this year here, we've got a mass brawl at a kindergarten graduation. Kindergarten, not high school, kindergarten. And the story tells us here that chaos erupted in the hallway of an elementary school after a fight broke out amongst adults attending a kindergarten graduation ceremony in West Memphis, Arkansas. On Wednesday, May 28th, several attendees of a graduation at Falk Elementary School began throwing punches after a heated exchange that was caught on camera and shared by Alicia Evans. And I actually have that video pulled up. Now, I have not seen this video. I have not watched it. Intentionally waited to watch it so that I could watch it with you all. But let's take a look at this video and see what happens. Is this in slow motion? And they're still going. Wow, that is intense. Let me see here, because in the midst of it, it looked like a lot of people involved. Let me see. Wow, that is crazy. As you can see from the video, a lot of people were involved, both men and women, just erupted in chaos. And you could imagine being in a situation like this. For me as a teacher, when I've seen fights break out, it is always anxiety inducing and in some ways traumatic to be in the midst of that. And the report does not detail exactly why this fight broke out. It doesn't give any kind of details, but there's absolutely no excuse for this kind of behavior at school. Now, just a quick personal story. This past school year, we had a end of the year carnival type event, and someone had to get on the PA system and tell the parents that if they were going to fight, they needed to go home. So I'm not surprised by this behavior. And the school that I was at did go from kindergarten to middle school. It wasn't the kindergartners' time at the carnival. This was a middle school time there. But still, you see these kinds of things at schools. And why parents show up and would do something like this, I have no idea. But as I said at the beginning of the video, this has long-term effects for children's behavior. It gets to me when kids tell me that the reason they hit someone was because, well, they got hit first and they got to get their lick back. And I have to think that this is something that in some cases is reinforced at home. This type of aggressive revenge behavior where if someone does something to you, then you have to do that back. And it really is disappointing to see this type of thing go on. Now, The article does say that here at the end, the school made a statement. Well, the school district, it says, the district is aware of an incident involving parents that occurred today at Falk Elementary School. The safety and security of our students, staff, and school campuses remain our top priority. We have zero tolerance for any behavior by parents, students, staff, or visitors that disrupts the learning environment or threatens the well-being of anyone on school grounds. It continues, such actions are unacceptable and will not be tolerated. The district is fully cooperating with the West Memphis Police Department and will actively support efforts to prosecute those responsible to the fullest extent of the law. We are committed to maintaining a safe, respectful, and secure environment at all schools. I think what's the best thing that can come out of this is that there are legal repercussions for these parents, because kids need to see that. They need to see that this type of behavior you cannot get away with it. It is not consequence free. And I do think that they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent possible, because this is a school. This is a school. And parents as stakeholders need to be a part of making schools safe, fun, learning environments. And this is not fun. It's not fun, it's disappointing, and I hate to see something like this. But in any case, that's all I have to say about this incident. My question for you is, what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Were you there? Have you seen anything like this at your school? Tell us your stories. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel and stay caught up with all the great educational news stories I have for you. That's all I have for you in this one. See you next time.